I think the last 4 years have slingshotted me into the experience that I needed to actually go out and sell deals like this.
Yeah.
Would be my holy grail client.
Yeah.
Because that guy's like...
All right, guys, welcome back to Adam and I series of growing an agency from $0 to $1 million in 2025. This is episode 19, and today's episode is actually really special. So today I'm having a meeting with my mentor, who's been my mentor for about 5 years. He's been in my life, my entire life. Basically, was my godfather from when I was born, best friends with my dad growing up, and I'll kind of let him speak on the background of how him and I are connected, how he's connected to my family. But when I first started my first agency in 2020, he's been the one person that has been a source for help with pretty much everything: business structure, taxes, just like life philosophy, like advice, pretty much everything. So he's been like my number one source of help throughout this entire journey for me of, you know, going from 19 to 23, scaling my first agency to $500,000, college dropout, 9 to 5, left the 9 to 5. So we're basically going to be just miking him up, miking me up, and we're going to be having multiple conversations about numerous different topics, especially AI. I know a lot of you guys have been loving the AI content. Personally, me and Adam have been loving using AI, not only in our workflow within our agency, but also other things outside of the agency. So all that being said, I'm about to go run down and grab him from the parking garage at my place. He's going to come up. And then we're basically just going to kick things off, and we're going to mic him up, and that's what today looks like.
Dude, definitely worth the view.
Yeah, I mean, for how accessible it is as well. So like we can come up here and shoot. We go shoot in our apartment, their apartment. We can go shoot on one. I love shooting up here, especially for sunset. It looks really good. We've done a few YouTube videos up here and talking stuff.
So you guys have access to this. This is your rooftop, your pool?
Yeah, but all the buildings all have the same amenities. So track around the building, and then all the pools, fires, grills.
That's
priced. So this is Olympic size.
Damn, that is a huge pool.
Yeah.
Are people hanging out here all the time? Or are you guys...
I mean, it's all mainly older people, but
yeah,
it's funny because you don't see most people using these amenities at all. It's so funny and ironic. Yeah, never. I mean, I come up here and use the grills when I make a steak, but people will come up here, watch games, grills, fires, all the way down here too. So yeah, Kierland's over there.
It's a good setup.
Yeah. And then they have like a staircase down here. You can go run on the track, walk on the track.
Do you have access to other pools, or just like this is your only pool?
So like they give you access to other buildings' amenities if, let's say, there's amenities here that are down. So if I want to go use a rooftop sauna over there, I could. I feel like it's just like situation based with them. That's kind of what they explained.
Right on.
Yeah.
It is kind of like, what building is the good building, right? Like
this one. This is the newest one.
Yeah.
The other ones.
It looks brand new. Like
all the other ones
Infinity
are kind
pool.
of like older.
I don't even remember the last time I went down here, like in North Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Probably for the open.
Yeah, it's further from everything for sure.
Not really. It's not. Honestly, it is. It's the main hub actually. Like people love this area, but now at my age, I'm not like.
Yeah.
You know, but it definitely is it is really.
It's a client pool down here, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dinner. We love to go to that place, Etta, right there. That's our favorite place, right there on the corner.
Yeah.
Place is really nice.
Walking distance to everything.
While we walk there, yeah, we just meeting people and just running into people. I mean, that's one of the best ways that you can just potentially meet a client, is just being around, being out. I can't fucking meet people or meet clients by sitting in my apartment all day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why I like the laptop now, moving around, being mobile, going to coffee shops. You never know who you're going to meet. Remember the first apartment?
Yeah. Kind of like, you know, obviously it's different, but like, yeah, it's not as crowded as I thought it was going to be. It's pretty nice, like traffic wise. I'm sure, I mean, it's Saturday, so it's probably light, but not bad. Yeah. So you guys going to tell me what are you just trying to do for your model and stuff like that? Or what's going on?
The model is really trying to focus more on the performance of the videos that we're making clients rather than not the quality. Obviously we're making quality stuff, but we want to focus more on the performance side of things, which is why some of the deals,
of like how the video will
generate more revenue for them.
Yeah.
I think right now that's where the opportunity shift is happening. So you remember like when I first started working with clients, especially like when I was still in school, I was still figuring out the thing. I was trying to figure out like what to charge. The difference now is like how cool the video is doesn't matter to people. That's kind of what we've moved into, and that's what we're seeing with clients is they would much rather sign with me if not only I could guarantee them results, but prove it to them. Real tangible numerical results from the videos that we make them instead of how cool or how good it looks. And that's kind of the shift that's happening right now with videographers and videography, which is also why we teach it. That's why our program's doing really well and students are getting results because we have like the knowledge, the systems, like me, Cam, and Pressy are the coaches who have been doing this the longest.
Yeah.
And I mean, students are getting phenomenal results.
Cam still involved or?
Yeah, just within the coaching aspect. But now it's just me and Adam with our new company. And he kills it too. He does all the shit that I don't want to do.
Are you guys doing like 100% you guys now, or is it like still working with Cam anymore?
No, it's 100% us. People just chill down here. I use these grills down here more than the rooftop ones just because it's cold. So you got conference room, you have individual business centers, you have a business center in the very back with printer paper, everything, coffee right here. So that's the party room. Movie theater.
TV, this is a nice area.
It's cool. It's definitely cool to come down here and chill. I whoop Adam's ass in ping pong right here too.
Like your friends, do they ever get down here or not really?
It's hard because, okay, so like Justin, he's one of our clients, but he's also one of our really good friends that lives here.
Yeah.
He's been traveling a lot. We went to San Diego. He's in Florida. He's in the Keys right now. Cam, he's in Oregon right now working with a client. So it kind of just depends, like if we're all here, like we'll all chill. Like we all chilled here for New Year's. That's all we did. Made steaks on the roof, chilled around here. That's all we did for New Year's.
That's what I'm saying. You guys could just do clients every quarter, do a client's grill out or something like that. Dude, that'd be a good idea.
It's actually a fire idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. Just like host something here for them. Because we did take them to Edda, but...
Yeah, sometimes,
yeah.
I think when you think about it, sometimes you go to a nice restaurant, that's fine. But sometimes I could see you guys getting a video, heading to Costco, loading up.
It's actually fire for a video.
Bunch of steaks, wine, liquor, whatever. At the end of the day, almost everyone appreciates you just, you know what I mean? Nice to go.
Yeah.
Nice steakhouse, whatever.
I feel like Jake and Wills would actually appreciate that more.
I mean, invite not just them, invite some of your other friends and just have a good time. I could totally see that, man.
Yeah.
Maybe when it gets warmer.
That's what I pay for is for like all of this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think the one thing you're not taking advantage of, maybe you did. I see a couple of videos that you guys had down here, but you guys already have a pre-made location. You have the best location up there. That pool location is money to say represent Scottsdale, Arizona, success, whatever right here. Even this stuff, all this stuff is already color coordinated, whatever like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's reflected really well and even just my own content.
Yeah.
But obviously client stuff, that's definitely like Jake and Wills, we got to shoot them some video, some stuff here for sure.
Dude, if you're paying the rent, dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? You might as well have some events here to.
Yeah, I think about the first apartment and this one, the difference.
Yeah.
Not just in like what it was, but the purpose it serves. This one is like the purpose that this one serves is so much more broader because like I was still like working out of that first one and it was cheap. Yeah. It's like what I pay here, what it actually makes sense for is actually using all this stuff to acquire more clients or host clients and build relationships.
Yeah. If you're gonna work in a closet in like wherever in a dungeon, right? It doesn't matter. Like, but if you want to communicate and present and show success, this is it. You pay for it. I mean, it's not like you don't pay for it, right? Think about all those places that you go to and they rent out, you know how you said, you know, those studios and stuff like that, and rent out for whatever.
Like the venues.
You guys have it here.
Yeah, the venues.
If you use it and say meet up. I mean, there's no reason for you guys you don't need to cater. So like, I'll go pick up some food right here, grab whatever. Are they having a lot of meet you? Like you have to reserve all these rooms?
Yeah, it's pretty easy in the app. Like you just reserve whatever, but sometimes I don't even look at these lights. I love these lights too.
I'm just saying you're not taking, I mean, a lot of shit here you can take advantage of.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I know.
You're factoring in that guy and Romania Dave Wright, anything else? Or is this guy just like the money guy? Now he's just making you guys content whenever you guys want?
David is our money guy, but we have Lane, who is also our money guy. I would say David and Lane are our money guys, and then we have Max, who is our third. And Max is pretty reliable and he understands how to make like US style lifestyle videos. Yeah. He's very good with understanding on like if I went out and shoot a day in the life of an entrepreneur, he knows exactly how that video needs to be edited. Now, as far as Lane is concerned, Lane is very heavily focused on my content. Because while I'm going out and getting deals, I need to still be putting content out there.
How are you getting deals? How are you guys soliciting the deals?
The deal that we got for $7,500 for 3 months and that 1.5% came from word of mouth in the community.
But you're now looking for, it's not like show off my truck anymore, right? It's like
exactly.
Some guy's got a business.
See, if anyone understands the difference of what I was doing then, it's you, because you know the videos I was making then.
Well, I just know how people think, right? And then we talked about this too. We talked about like, how do you as the photographer make money? Rich guy buys a truck, you can't wait till he buys a new truck, right? You can't like, I'm sure there's guys like that who just kind of like walk around and want to show off all their shit every single second of their day. How many clients of that do you have?
None.
Because those guys are egomaniacs, right? So, I mean, it's just natural for your industry, right? So, kind of. I think you guys really are shifting maybe to something, a different demographic. Yeah, different demographics, you know what I mean? So,
well, that's the demographic that we want. Is I no longer want the guys who are going to make unintentional content, and we saw that within the first company, PTP, right?
What do you mean unintentional?
Like all those videos and all that content for those guys it was just all completely unintentional, right? There was no real intention of the content driving revenue somewhere, putting the audience through a funnel, getting them to sign up or opt into some kind of form or take them to some kind of product or service. I mean, with Nolan's like the only exception because we crushed Facebook ads for his product.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did with Nolan.
But now
the biggest difference is like I got to sell a result. I can't sell a cool thing.
Yeah.
But that's why we can go out and charge what we can now.
It's not only that's what you can charge, but it's actual service.
Yeah.
Which someone would pay to maintain if you're making them money, right?
Yeah.
So that's the big difference, right? Give me a retainer for 3 months because I want to show off whatever. That's not the same here's my business. Oh, you guys are making me 1%, whatever. I don't even know what the margins are, right? Whatever percent. Yeah. Why wouldn't I keep these guys forever? They're making me money, right?
Yeah.
That's the pipeline you got to make.
Yeah.
That's honestly that's
the new model for the new agency.
Well,
in short terms. And then in Utah, okay, so the clients that we keep discussing, Jake and Will's, right?
Yeah.
So they're the door-to-door sales business. They basically manage, the kids that are going out and knocking. They recruit. Mm-hmm. They recruit the talent to go sell in the doors. And they've went out and sold themselves. They've both. I mean, Jake made what his rookie year? Ex-Marine captain.
Sold $650K. Set the all-time rookie record for door-to-door.
Yeah.
In the world.
What's he selling?
Pest.
Door-to-door pest. So they're a marketing company, but they are right now specializing in pest. But they could get contracts good to go sell solar. They could sell whatever they wanted. But
yeah.
And that's why we're treating them like the golden client, because they actually are. Because we go to their headquarters in Utah. They want us to go out to Utah. We say, yeah, done. Bought the flight. We bought a cheap Allegiant flight. Got over there, both of us. Shot them 2 more YouTube videos at their warehouse. $20 million HQ. The place is insane.
Yeah.
We can really see the success of the company in person. Not only that, okay, so they want basically a couple of their guys to get involved in the same way that we're doing Jake and Will's as far as content. But they were struggling there in person with the prices of everything. They wanted to take the 1.5% net override to like 1%, or to 0% and just do like $10,000 per month. But the $10,000 per month leaves us with like nothing. It's hard because Jake and Will's have only completed like a month, and we have a 3-month retainer with them and we give them basically fat discount for the price to prove it to
them. They're trying to pay you a flat rate, is they're saying?
Well, the retainer is the flat rate, but we need the performance because that's actually the incentivization of us to make content that's going to perform and get them the result that they want.
What do they pay you above that number? That you're saying they pay you the retainer,
right?
And then the
1.5% net override.
How do you dollarize that?
So look, they did this for us because we needed further understanding of it as well. But it does make sense, and this is
their model,
correct?
But now it looks
based off
good,
their data.
But it now looks good for you guys to do this as a model.
100%. But this is specific to them. On our proposals, we put 10, 12, 15, 20% of revenue. Those are the cuts that we get if someone's selling like a course. So let's say if someone's selling a $3,000 course
through your portal, through your funnel, right? So you see the numbers, not just like.
And we still do with these guys.
Yeah.
Like Jake yesterday, he got an applicant, right? Like we saw Jake got an applicant for his funnel that we created. So that's like a potential recruitment guy. He got another one. Yeah, so like we're getting them applicants through our content, through our funnel. The clients will pay their agency at a non-refundable rate of $7,500 per month for the next 3 months starting on December 16th, as well as 1.5% net override on reps the agency brings in through content funnels created for great marketing. For example, if the agency brings in 7 qualified candidates a month who finish the selling block with great marketing at an average of $186,000 and a net additional $13,950 in override earnings, 1.5% of $186,000 multiplied by 7 would equate to $19,530 in performance. Attributed revenue to great marketing from agencies' work. In this example, total compensation would be $27,030.
Yeah.
So that's the model, is where we're implementing the performance, because it incentivizes us to go put these funnels together, put the systems and processes, and make the content that's all going to work in a wheelhouse.
Yeah.
To bring the, any client, not just these guys, but any client, what they're actually looking for. Do they want more leads? Do they want more signups? That's why, like, now more than ever, I don't want to just work with the guys buying cool, rich shit. I want to work with the guys who want tangible results for something that they have in place.
I recommend this though. Like, I know this is a good pivot focus, right?
Yeah.
But all the stuff in between, you guys can't forget. Just what I mean by that is like, if you do something fun, do something stupid, like take a trip, make a video, just to make a video. It seems like you make content all the time. So you see what I'm saying? Like, great that you're focusing on all that stuff, but then there's always the one where you go all the way too far, one idea, instead of just kind of looking at the whole journey. Like, what did you enjoy in the last 4 years or what did you hate? You hated working with the douchebag, so you don't like, you see what I'm saying? But I'm sure that some aspects of that was pretty cool. Yeah, we saw this pretty cool restaurant or whatever.
I think the life of PTP was really cool, dude. I think the last 4 years have slingshotted me into the experience that I needed to actually go out and sell deals like this.
Yeah.
And because all that experience, all of it combined, the travel, the hotels, the time with Cody, the times with Nolan, all of it combined.
Yeah. Yeah, even the bad guys. That's what I'm saying.
Even the bad guys, right.
You got to see the whole thing.
Right, both sides for sure.
Yeah. I mean, some of those guys, like I remember you talking some of these stories, and like, there's guys, the rich guys go out, the Mexico thing, I'm thinking about the Crumble guy.
Yeah.
Who's selling his company. Did you hear that about the Crumble? The $1.2 billion. Yeah.
That's a quick turnaround for $1 billion, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, nowadays, like I have my godson, my goddaughter. So they're like Ben and Belle when they're little. So he's, what is he, 8 and 6 or something like that, right? Age. They're like, oh, let's go to Target. They have this candy, healthy candy. Now that's, how I'm saying the kids are like these content people are placing this stuff really good where they're seeing this candy now. Oh, it's healthier.
Yeah.
And then they're saying like, oh, all these candies they used to love, oh, it's just killing us. Like,
well, did you guys see that the
red
ban
dye
on Red 40?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
They placed an FDA placed a ban on Red 40 finally.
Yeah, 10 years too late.
Look it up right now. It's crazy.
I'm just saying, like, did they care? I mean, everyone kind of knew that, but now you guys are people like you making content, like they're pushing this other stuff. It's moving the needle.
Yeah.
All these, dude, half the candies now are sponsored by like a Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
What was the candy that they wanted? Was it Joyride?
Joyride.
Well, here's the thing. You know what?
Why?
Did you hear what he just said?
Huh?
The guy's got like 5 million subs.
Okay, this is the point. This is what I wanted to get into specifically about the Utah trip, because this is essentially the angle that we're taking is, okay, you're an expert and you're in whatever industry you're in, or you have a great product or you have a great service.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that you're lacking that can really take you over the edge to another level is a personal brand and delivering content on a consistent basis.
Yep.
These guys, like you just mentioned, Mr. Beast, the candy.
Yep.
Joyride. What's his name? What's the creator of Joyride? Ryan something. Like,
so he's not an inventor, right? He didn't invent that. He just took the product. Yeah. He just branded it.
Right.
Basically.
And so this thing.
Someone came to him with it.
Yeah. And this I don't know, the way that we explain it is that we want to use them as individuals as the vehicles to go and produce content. The flesh vehicles to go produce content on a consistent basis, and they're building a brand, right? With that content.
Yeah.
that is going to be evergreen. And let's say that, at 1, 2, or 3 of the 5 guys end up in a few years not doing door-to-door sales anymore. They still have that asset. It's like that asset of personal brand that they have, even if they're not doing sales anymore.
Yeah.
Or that goes for anyone. Like if someone makes a candy and sells it for $40 million in 4 years, it's like, okay, they were probably leveraging the use of content creation in a personal brand. Yeah. Same thing with Joyride, right? Now that guy who made Joyride and sold it for however much, he still has that asset, that tangible asset of being able to blast content and get into new stuff. Like he's still gonna have that audience that is bought into him.
That was the craziest one.
That doesn't just go away because you sold a company or you sold like.
No. It's just an extension. But Jake Paul and KSI, they sold
Prime
for like 1.8 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. The easiest shit.
600 days
all
after
the.
its inception.
Yeah.
And it started going downhill after that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All the shit in it. Yeah. They sold it to Coke. Of course, they sold it to Coke. Wow.
Yeah, those guys will.
They'll scale that shit to fucking 100 billion.
No, maybe sometimes they buy it out just to buy a competition, right? So they'll do that. They do that. I'm sure they've done that for years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah, that's interesting though. But that's kind of cool what you guys are mentioning because everything I'm thinking I'm just saying it's reaching a kid who's 8 that doesn't have a computer, doesn't have a phone. Maybe he's watching YouTube or something like that. Like something on whatever.
TV or,
yeah, but he's not like and most kids have their cell phone looking at all this stuff all the time.
So we sat down with Will's is one of the clients. So Jake and Will's, we went to Utah. We stayed at Will's parents' house, and Will's dad is the founder of Cafe Rio, and he's the former COO of Taco Bell and the president of Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
And he's currently the CEO of actually their competitor who does door-to-door as well. It's called the Green X. And he's also the CEO of Sidecar Donuts in SoCal, massive donut company in Southern California. And we sat down with him because it's Will's dad, and Will's has been telling him about what we've been doing with Will's, and he's actually interested in working with us too. It's kind of hard because he doesn't have he's not going to sell a course because he's in short terms he's already so fucking rich, right?
Yeah.
So it's he doesn't have any angle there of making more money with content. But what the really interesting part, and I love this, and he kind of wants to just do it so that he leaves a legacy as videos that Will's kids, his grandkids can watch. And he did seem a little bit older. He wasn't that, he wasn't crazy old, but it seemed like the angle that he was coming at it was very interesting. It wasn't, he doesn't want to sell a course. He just wants to actually educate people, tell his story. Because he was talking about so much shit. He was talking about shit when he was at Harvard that even Will's didn't even know. And yeah, he's a Harvard MBA, very, very successful, smart individual.
That's what I kind of was saying about that. My other thing about
that would be my holy grail client.
Yeah,
because that guy's
but that wouldn't last. But that's just temporary.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but don't say no. Don't say no.
Imagine the connections
to that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You do all these things. Do something cool for one.
Do something cool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would be down, bro.
Yeah.
I would come out of pocket to make him the most badass Bob Nilsson. My story, 0 to whatever, 500 million. Or whatever he's done. I don't know any of the numbers or anything, but very, very successful.
Yeah.
Very, very successful.
I like stories like that because that's the guy who knows, what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like what I was talking about, the stakes. Let's say I'm a rich dude. Yeah, I want to go to a fancy steakhouse, but it's dude, I remember grilling with my butt. That's what you got to be doing because that's a guy like that. The douchebag is want to go to the fucking fancy place, dude, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
A guy like that be damn, I remember in this is how we did it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he's older too, and immediately understood the value that we were presenting.
He did.
Yeah.
And it's so,
obviously he's a smart guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the thing is you remember the first year of PTP, I was so not only unstructured, but really unsure of what my offer was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a fucking, I just knew that I wanted to make money making videos.
Yeah.
Now that I have we have this new agency, there's a real structured offer and angle that we want to take with it. I can even sit with a guy like that, and like you heard how it was, bro. Like I was really good at explaining because he's asking questions the whole time. He's, what do you do?
Yeah,
why should I be a part? Why should I listen? Kind of thing.
The next level is what you're doing, because you're mentioning the numbers.
Right.
You got to be spot on that shit, right? You got to be spot on saying like,
numbers,
the numbers,
the tangible, because that's what he said. He was, because we told him we're all about results. He's like, well, I'm definitely all about results.
Yeah, but you got to be able to take that number. You have to say, so they'll say, well, I want to grow this. Just theoretically, you say $100,000 a month or whatever like that, and you be like, well, and then you just break down the number, just like that little thing you just showed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1.2%, and these numbers have to be coming out of your head, like, and it sounds like you can do it. Like
he can, he certainly can.
Like the numbers can just come out of your head, and you say, and break it down. And that's impressive. You'd be like, these guys know what the fuck they're doing, right? Yeah. It's not about like, it takes a while, dude. You just have like the one thing you gotta. I think the biggest lessons out of all these years, you didn't know what you're doing, and you have to always remember you still don't know everything. You'll never know everything. It's always gonna
keep evolving.
It's always gonna grow, evolve, ups and downs, blah 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 blah. But like, you never know. You'll never know everything. It's impossible, right? Which is awesome. Which is actually kind of you can see it as a bad thing, or you can see it as like, God, this is fucking great because I'm not like.
Yeah.
I mean, your story about that guy who's already gone through all this stuff, and he's like, man, I'm not dead yet. I'm still. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
He sounds like he's just still like, tell me something interesting. Let me do something interesting, right?
There's because I sent him this morning, but I wanted to read it to you because I think you would find this very interesting. Because I know we've talked about this for years, but this kind of gives me like summarized idea of what we've always discussed out of all the years of all this. And I don't even remember where I found this, but it says, if you've set yourself a goal and work toward it, you are using clock time. You are aware of where you want to go, but you honor and give your fullest attention to the step you are taking at this moment. If you then become excessively focused on the goal, perhaps because you are seeking happiness, fulfillment, or a more complete sense of self in it, the now is no longer honored. It becomes reduced to a mere stepping stone of the future with no intrinsic value. Clock time then turns into psychological time. Your life's journey is no longer an adventure, just an obsessive need to arrive, to obtain, to make it. You no longer see or smell the flowers by the wayside either, nor are you aware of the beauty and the miracle of life that unfolds all around you when you are in the present and now.
Yeah. It sounds a little like Eckhart Tolle, but that's not quite him.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's not quite him, but but it's true.
Yeah.
So, all you have is the present moment.
Yeah.
That's all you have.
Yeah.
Your mind could take it and say, I want to be successful, I want to be this rich person, but that is like all in your head. What's in front of you is not that. And what happens is like you begin to live in that mind. And then you're disconnected. You're completely disconnected with the now. You are completely disconnected because your mind is now taken over with the dream of whatever happened.
Yeah.
Happens in the future, also happens in the past. If you had something kind of maybe horrific happen in your past, or you're sad now, and you're looking for some kind of experience that made you happy, that's in the past. So past, mind, past, future, now. There's such, people think about the past and the future and make them feel better, and it does a little bit, right? Yeah. It's not sustainable. It's very small. The energy of the now, when you guys are like cooking and you guys are doing your shit and you guys are even creatively doing something cool or hanging out and you guys are really, the energy's going, that's real. That's the now. The energy from the now is like way more than anything you could possibly get from a memory.
Yeah, 100%. Right?
You guys are actually, people bring memories back because they felt really good at that time, but it's a pale comparison to what happened when it happened. And same with the future. Like, I want to be a billionaire is really not, people, in this day and age, we all think about that, right? We all want to be something like that, and what can it give us? But it's basically a lie until you are.
Until you are.
Until you are, or you're
until
not.
Until that moment arrives.
Yeah. But all that, what you just said there is the key. The key is to say, like, look, you're missing out. You're missing out living, thinking I need this to be happy or whatever. There's a balance, right? There's definitely a balance of like there's planning that you have to do, but that's planning. That's not living. Most people live in a perception of like what they want to do later on.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like actually some guy probably took that, and it sounds like him. Not
You think
quite,
so?
because he doesn't really care about any. He's talking about the bigger thing, like a
Right.
much deeper,
Yeah.
deeper thing. But it's true, and you just have to take your own experience of stuff, like with your hanging out with your friends and stuff like that. How good it feels to just kind of do that when it's going.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. 100%.
right. So
Well, shit, I think that wraps.